Well, guys, they did it. They invented robot shoes. If you clicked on this video thinking we were talking about shoes for robots, way better idea, and I hate to disappoint, no, these are robotic shoes for us. Either way, technology has gone too far. The machines are gonna rise against us, and we will have nowhere to run, because the shoes are also machines now. These are Moonwalkers, the shoes of the future. They started to market them on social media. I had them pop up on my TikTok page, and a few of their videos got millions of views. Since I saw the product, I've been examining it because the idea of needing a technological advancement to walking seems a bit far-fetched to me. But hey, the ad worked because here I am, talking about it. I've been thinking about these a lot.
You might say we've got the need for speed. We invented air travel, we broke the sound barrier, we've rocketed into space.
First we had planes, then we had rockets, now we got shoes with wheels. Wrap it up, folks, we have peaked as society.
Our desire to go further and faster is in our DNA. And yet, our basic form of movement hasn't changed in 6 million years. We still walk the same way our great-great-great-great-grandparents walked. Slowly.
So this is the main thing the shoe is for, what it's being marketed as, the fastest shoe ever created. They have the goal of making walking commutes more common and more convenient, to walk like it's 2023.
I start asking myself why I never walked just for 30 minutes. It's not only, a safe, convenient, and healthy way of getting around, but also part of who we are. So I made that mission to enhance walking instead of replacing it.
Now, I can get behind this. Public transportation may not be the most reliable in your city, and you might need an alternative. A lot of people like walking as is, and if you gotta get somewhere quickly or just wanna get somewhere faster, then that's what the shoes are gonna do. And the shoes don't seem to be some sort of complex machine. It looks like you can just get up and go, start walking immediately. Now you do need to turn the shoes off for stairs. You can't be just gliding down stairs. That's dangerous, you little daredevil. But the shoes do go up hills just fine. Unless it's the steepest hill in America, which, you know what, I can give a pass. I don't expect, there's probably a better way to get around Pittsburgh.
It would have been nice to know beforehand that the hill was entirely made out of cobblestone.
Also, quick sidebar, why are some cities built in the worst place to have a city? Who looks at that hill and thinks, you know what this needs? A road. I do just want to say, even though I'm going to be critical of the product, I don't want these guys to not be successful. It seems like they put a lot of time and effort into this idea, and, just on a human level, I hope it sells well. But I do have some concerns. Let's dive deeper. So one of the main questions about this product is, who is this for? Who are they trying to market this to? This seems to be for a very specific target demographic, which I think is the right move. As fun as these would be in the nursing home, I think we can safely assume this is for a younger audience. I'm thinking teens, 20s, 30s range. They're also marketing this towards people that live in urban areas, the city folk. I don't think it's a secret that America is not the most walkable place to live, especially in rural and suburban communities. Cities are the only place you can really have a walking commute in America. And then you can divide it into the two motives I think people would buy these. You got the people who want to travel faster and be more active on their daily commutes, and then you also probably got a few tech bros who want to be on the cutting edge of what's new. So that's who the shoes are for, but how practical are they? Silly me, I've been saying they're the fastest shoe this entire video. How fast are these puppies?
An average human walks about 3 miles, or probably slightly under 3 miles per hour. With Moonwalkers, you'd be able to go at 7 miles per hour.
Remember back in elementary school when the fastest kid was the coolest? If I had these shoes, man, I would have peaked in elementary school. And I'm completely okay with that.
Moonwalker battery lasts about an hour, which translates into between 5 and 6 miles, depending on user weight and terrains and the weathers, etc.
So with all this information, you may be telling yourself, okay, aren't those just roller skates? Fair assumption. I made the same one. This question kept coming up in the comments of their videos, so I'll let them explain it.
The reason Moonwalkers are shoes instead of skate is because A, they allow a natural pivoting motion. So we design a hinge point that allow the user to walk and bend their toes naturally.
Basically, the e-shoes are just more complex. With roller skates, you're just gliding, while these shoes still have the walking form that we're accustomed to. You can moonwalk in the shoes. Be a bit of a problem if you called them Moonwalkers and you couldn't moonwalk in them. And one of the most critical things I think it's marketed as is that the shoes are all-terrain. Are you going to go off-roading in these shoes? Probably not, but the wheels aren't going to be caught up by a pebble or a pothole. It can just go right on over those cracks in the sidewalk or even a pile of leaves. Pretty cool. So those are the Moonwalkers, the shoes of the future. And now my concerns. You may have noticed I left out a key detail. The price. What are these priced at? Now instead of guessing what the price is, I want you to instead ask, what would you pay for them? These are some fast shoes, you live in a city, you like walking, but you gotta get places quickly. What price point would you put on fast electronic shoes? Think about it, get an answer locked in. Okay, these shoes are $1,400. That's lavish. Now I can understand why it's priced high. Years of development, initial marketing, the cost to make the product alone. But I'm a cheap guy. If I see a pair of jeans that's more than $40, I physically recoil. I had to look at the price of jeans for that joke. Can someone tell me why Levi's is averaging around the 90s for a pair of jeans? Sure, they got some cheaper options in the 50s and 60s, and hey, I get it. Splurge a little. You deserve it. Besides, those jeans look good on you. You've been working out. But the fact that they aren't straying away from triple digits, what are we doing here? Why are your jeans so expensive? You know what? I don't think that's worth it. I saw a pair of jeans. You're selling a pair of jeans for $300. Why? Because it's the 1946 design? Call me crazy, but something tells me that the designs for jeans have gotten better in the last 80 years. You can't just slap a year on it and say, oh, 46, that was a good year. That's not how clothes work. Okay, what were we talking about? Shoes? Okay. So me personally, I spend maybe $250 on shoes per year. You got a walking shoe, a running shoe, and a third shoe, whether it's a dress shoe or a replacement for the other two. The idea of spending more than $250 on a single pair of shoes is crazy to me, especially since you're not buying the Moonwalkers to be fashionable. They had a few videos marketing it as a good fashion choice. No. Also, you still gotta wear shoes, by the way. These are like some strap-on sandals that you put over the shoes. But hey, I get it. Some people, they like to buy the luxury items. They're willing to fork over a few hundred for a convenient item. If my only complaint was it being a high price, this wouldn't be a video. The problem is the price justified? I don't think so. At first glance, I did see an upside for the shoes. Not only are they fast, but they seem to look sturdy, look reliable. It doesn't look like they break easily, but everything does break eventually. The wheels definitely need to be replaced after they have their wear and tear. I couldn't find a price on that, but they are replaceable. The battery is not. It's ingrained in the shoe. They say that the battery will last at least 2 years, but after that, who knows? Unfortunately, I have to be a pessimist and assume that every 2-3 years these needs to be replaced, and that's just not feasible. Also, just by the sounds of it, 1 hour battery life seems a little low to me. I feel like it could use a little more juice. It's also worth noting that the shoe's noise level can range from a normal amount to screaming banshee.
No problem, very smooth. Oh, they're screaming. They are screaming now.
Oh my God, this feels dangerous. Oh, okay.
But again, not only are the shoes priced high, but there's just so many other substitutions for this. Bikes are pretty popular. You can get a good one for $300, though storing it in an apartment could be a hassle. You also got skateboards for $50 to $100. I couldn't really find a consistent price and I don't know enough, but still a much cheaper option. Rollerblades, which they're always being compared to, you could get for $50. If you just want shoes with wheels, Heelys cost $50. And if you're like me and have no shame whatsoever, I'd buy a Razor scooter. Those things cost $30 and I can still stay active, get to where I want to be on time. And that's not even getting to all the electric options, or public transportation, or perhaps what you might find the best substitution, just walk for free. It's call me crazy, walking is pretty good the way it's designed. But hey, you may be willing to buy these shoes and ignore all the other alternatives. These shoes have you hooked. Even then, I don't think the product is feasible. I find it hard to believe that this shoe is going to be fine on every terrain in the city. I can give benefit of the doubt. I'm sure it can go over the small potholes that it's shown me. But there is one main terrain that I just don't think this would work on. This morning it was sleeting here. Freezing rain. Sidewalks were completely iced over. I saw 2 people slip and fall this morning. It was a great day. I don't think the wheeled shoes are gonna be completely fine in ice. Also, how's it gonna work in snow? This is definitely a northern problem, but a problem nonetheless that I just can't get around. Maybe it's been tested and ice and snow can't hinder it, but I can't see how a wheeled shoe would be perfectly fine in those conditions. But besides weather or potholes, I can't see this working in a city. I live closest to New York City. That place is a whole other animal, so I might have bias there. But call me crazy, aren't cities pretty crowded? Most people don't like when you're trying to zoom past everybody on a crowded sidewalk going 7 miles an hour. I remember this was a huge problem when electric scooters first started appearing. A lot of people didn't like them because they would take up a lot of the sidewalk space and would just kind of speed past you. Also, I see a bit of that deceptive marketing. Every single shot where they show someone using these shoes, they're the only one on the sidewalk. You are eventually going to find a busy sidewalk with people on them in a city. I don't think they're going to be too big a fan when you try to pass them all in your 7-mile-an-hour shoes. Though I could see a potential upside of being able to just, body them. I just can't see this being the best way to travel in a city, but I've never lived in the city, so maybe I'm wrong. I should phone a friend. Are you ready?
I mean, not really. I don't really know what I'm doing.
So, the reason you're here is because you live in the city. You're in Boston. Let's say you didn't have public transportation as an option. How would you get around a city?
If I didn't have public transportation?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd have to walk because I'd rather not drive personally in the city.
You like walking. That's very good. So, these shoes that can make you walk fast, how much would you reasonably pay for them?
Ooh, interesting question. Okay. I could walk like double the speed I could normally go?
Yes.
Or like running speed?
You are not exerting more energy. You're just walking like you normally would, but these shoes are making you move twice as fast.
I mean, I'd probably pay like $200.
$200. These shoes are actually $1,400. Now, now hearing that,
Such a cheapskate.
now hearing this information, would you still buy these shoes? I mean, it's a life-changing product.
I mean, personally, no. I would not buy it for $1,400. Because the thing is, shoes only last for so long. You have to buy more.
It says on the website the battery can last 2 years maximum. But after that, I have no idea.
Well, okay, so I was imagining before it would last probably like a year.
Yeah.
So now I'll double it. I'll say $400.
$400.
Maybe $500.
All right. That you're still 1,000 short, buddy. I don't know what to tell you.
I just don't know how someone could justify to pay $1,400 for a pair of shoes.
Yeah. Well, let me send you a photo of them actually, because
Okay, I'm actually pretty curious. $1,400 is so much money.
yeah, but I mean, look at those. You are rocking the fashion right there.
Oh no, that's what they look like.
Yeah, that's what they. What? Do you have a problem?
Alright, now they're worth like half of I'm back to 200. They look terrible.
All right. Thanks for being a part of this.
Yeah, no problem.
So the shoes are overpriced, not entirely feasible, and a lot of questions on long-term viability. Oh dang, it is like 2023. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment below what you think about the shoes of the future, whether I'm entirely wrong and they'll be the next big thing. Maybe they will be. How will I know? Try to go for a walk today. Go outside, get moving. It's a nice thing to do. I'll see you next time when I talk about a movie or something. But until then, bye.